So if you wanted to edit a page, you could. We're going to add a page, and when you go to add a page, you'll see that it is just a blank canvas. Across the top, you have several options. The first one is the magic wand, and the magic wand is simply the theme. So you can change your theme to whatever you would like, and you can change it anytime you would like. So if you go in and create an entire page, but you realize at the end you don't want to try a different theme, you do not have to recreate the entire page. It holds all of that when you change the theme. The next button is your preview button, and this gives you what it looks like that the users will see whenever they go to the page. And finally is your share option, where you can choose. So when you choose a category, you'll see your different options here. I'm just going to choose education. Author attribution, what that means is if you want to show the author, you as the creator would have your name shown as the author at the end when they scroll to the bottom. If you don't want to add that, you do not have to. There's no requirement to do that. If you need to edit your credits, so if you used a photo from someone else, or you used information and you want to share that credit at the bottom, you can do that. These are the different ways that you can share it. And then you can also, where it says Get Notice, you can turn it on, and that will show up on the Adobe Spark website. Once you've done that, you can create your unlisted link and then share that with folks. One thing to keep in mind with the Adobe Spark page is it is not built like a traditional website with subpages, menu bars on the top or the side. It is built to be one continuous scrolling page that has great usability. It looks excellent on a website, on a Mac, on an iPhone, on an iPad. It also utilizes a full scrolling option, so the entire page is built on one scrolling top to bottom section, with each section set up as you would like it, with photos, with videos, with text, and different features. But again, it is not a full website design. For that, we would recommend using the new Google site so that you can have your menu options, or something like Weebly or Wix, that type of thing. So we're ready to create. We want to add our title. All I need to do is simply touch in the box where it says Add Title, and I'm going to call this one Test 3. Let's say I don't want to add a subtitle this time. The next thing is a photo. So this is going to be a background photo, and you'll see where it can take me. I can search for photos. I can look on my iPad. I can actually live take a photo of something that I would want to include as the background. The Creative Cloud allows me to jump into the saved things in Creative Cloud, and that's the Adobe Cloud. So we have Google Drive, which is cloud-based, but Creative Cloud is Adobe's way of allowing you to share features and photos within Adobe itself. Lightroom is a more advanced photo app and program from Adobe. Then we have Dropbox and Google Photos. So I'm actually going to take a picture, and you'll notice whether you choose on my iPad or take a picture, it's going to ask you to access the camera. This is important that you and or your students choose OK. If you need to change that later, you can go into the settings, let's go to privacy, and allow the app to use it. So I'm going to choose OK, and you'll see I'm just going to take a photo. I'm going to use the photo, and now it has dropped that photo in the background. I can change the focal point. So what this means is wherever I want the focus to be for the background, you'll see what it looks like in the upper right hand corner there. I can choose Done, and now I'm going to start scrolling. It says start scrolling to write your story. So as I scroll, you'll see what happens. This is what it's going to look like, and as they scroll, they're going to come to the next section. The plus button automatically prompts me, do I want a photo, text, video, button, photo grid, or glide show? If you have used Adobe Spark Video before, which was voice, you know photo, text, those types of things are pretty straightforward with that plus button. But the button option allows you to create a button link. Now remember, it's not going to link within the site, it is going to link out to a separate site. The videos that you can use here would be a link from YouTube, or notice it says a Spark video. So if you have already started to create Spark videos, or your students have, you can easily embed that link here, and it's going to be a great way to layer the use of the Adobe options and the Adobe apps that we have available to us. So let's take a look at a photo grid, and notice it says add photos to build your grid. So maybe I want to go to my iPad, maybe I want to go to my camera roll, and I'll just choose we'll just choose 3 photos that we have here. Now as I choose these 3 photos, you'll see that each one that pops up, I can replace that, I can make it larger, so I can manipulate what the grid looks like. I can change. So I'm going to choose Done. And now, whenever they go through my site and they scroll, this is what they'll see for my photo grid. And now a glide show. So a glide show allows me to kind of layer information in with other pictures. You can see how it works and watch the video. I'm going to choose this photo and that photo and maybe this one again, and I'll choose Done. So now what happens is this is my site. We're going to land. Here's some photos that I just wanted to add. When I get to the glide show, what it does is it layers a photo in the background and it puts the details in the foreground. So now I can add even more. So now we're starting to layer a little bit, but we're not necessarily complicating the process, because if I just choose text, I can type in notebook. I can add a link. So you'll see, and then as you scroll through, it'll go to each one. So you can really get into some creative ways of layering and looking at your features. If you're thinking about working with students, think about the way that they could create, the way they could share information, and how having the multi-layered approach would give them access. Again, it's very straightforward, very user-friendly. And when you're done, you can choose to share. It will generate your page. You can create your unlisted link. It is going to upload the page and create the link so that you can share it with anyone that you would like. And again, this will also be on your web-based options. So now that you have that, it says it's been copied to the clipboard. I can see it here, so I'm going to jump out and take a look at what my page actually looks like. And then once it loads, I'll be able to take a look, scroll through, make sure it's the way that I want it to look. If not, I can go back in and adjust. So we'll see, here's my scrolling option. Here's what it looks like. The students can create these. They can make them very easily. Hopefully, we'll be able to use this as just another tool for them to be able to share what they've learned, how they've learned it, and create information.